Watch the moments flow. Watch the moments flow. Lesson in the drops so bright, lemonading in the light. Cooling breeze, ice cold, pretty colors unfold. FrostyLemon drops, zesty sips non-stop. Lemon drops, sweet toast, summer's paradise. Oh, citrus dreams so fair, tangy taste in the air. Laughing loud by the sea, feel the joy, we are free, dancing in the glow. Watch the moments flow. Watch the moments flow. Watch the moments flow. Watch the moments flow. Summertime sun so bright, lemonade in the light. Cooling breeze, ice cold, pretty colors unfold. FrostyLemon drops, zesty sips non-stop.
Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. We're about to enter a battle ranked. Legends Gallery. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi Benito, how's it going? Frosty Yeep, how's it going? Truly? Savage? Hi. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get some fights going. See if we can get some fights going. Let's see. Okay, that's a good one. I got my Intellion to counter those freaking. Trying to find my thing and I can't find. There we go. Alright. How are you, Benito? How are you, Frosty Yeep? What's up, chat? Frosty Yeep. Love that name. Yeah, Blasto is one of my favorites, so yeah. Let's see what we can do here. How's everybody tonight? So we have Gorilla Man. Gorilla Man is faster than me, I think. Is Gorilla Man faster than me? Let me see. Gorilla Man has 85. How about Blastoise? How much longer do I have? 23 seconds. Blastoise has 78. Yeah, he's faster than me. I'm gonna still try to do it. Either way, I think I'll manage. Okay. He's gonna IV cudgel my Blastoise most likely. Oh, he didn't. Okay, this is really good. His Pokemon are slow for whatever reason. Hi, Jen. Hey, Chip. Frosty, do you comb or brush? I comb. Ninetales still alive. Let's go for a super effective here. Double super effective. Hello, Abigail. Hello, Jen. Hello, Chip. Two blizzards and they didn't die. How is that possible? Not mean. Two blizzards and they didn't die? IV Cudgel is grass, right? Rip the Ninetales, yeah. Well, I'm gonna live regardless, but we're gonna smash. Because Glaceon's gonna put an end to it. Yeah, not gonna happen, buddy. He's gonna cudgel my Glaceon, yeah. Is that a fire type? That's a crit. Yeah, totally a crit. There's no way he would kill my Glaceon. That's fudged up, man. That is messed up, dude. That is freaking messed up, dude. That's very messed up. How are you, Jen, tonight? So we're not doing Twitch tonight because I'm trying to see if how my computer behaves without Twitch. That's why we're not doing Twitch tonight, but did you stream? He can be a water type, is not gonna help. Yeah, Blastoise is gonna die to Grassy Slide. Yeah. Oh no, I win. Yeah, I wipe him here. I think I wipe him here. Sounds like a good plan, and isn't that right? I streamed the Seymour fight. Hi, Abby and Savage. I just feel bad because there's people that are subscribed onto my Twitch and put money into it. That's why I'm like not feeling great about it. But I have to do it just to make sure I gotta test my computer. It's more of a test than anything else. So a Miraidon and a Calyrex. Hadron engine. Okay, so let me look at this Calyrex. Horse. Calyrex. Shadow Rider, let's see. He's special defensive, which is not great. He's Psychic Ghost, okay. Okay, so we're gonna snipe shot the Rex. And, actually, go back. He goes into ice. Oh, shoot. No. We're gonna snipe shot Rex and Blizzard everyone else. I think it should work. Astral Barrage didn't work. He's faster than my Inteleon. He's faster than my Inteleon. It was crazy that he got that critical hit and gave him the victory. That critical hit gave him the victory. Yeah, Frosty, we're not gonna give up on Twitch. It's just that my computer has been struggling a little bit, and I'm trying to assess of what's wrong with it for the most part. Yeah, I'm troubleshooting, so I don't want to give up on Twitch. I was enjoying doing Twitch and all that, but it does seem like Twitch is very, because my graphics card is not doing very well, and it seems like every time I dual stream, it aggravates that worse. So that's my concern. That guy only won because he critted there. That's how far a crit goes. That's how much a crit can do for you. We're gonna shiny hunt later, but right now I'm doing this. How are you guys doing? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find anyone. Yeah, it's complicated because my TV today, you're not gonna believe this, I swear. So my controller, you won't believe this, but this is true. My controller, the port, my PlayStation controller, the port died and I can't charge it now. So I had to get one of those chargers that charges from the bottom. Actually, Mom's was nice enough to offer me that. And I was able to charge it, but the top port died. And then today, legit, before I went live, my TV like started making a noise. Like, and I'm like, where's the noise coming from? I have my ear on my computer, I have my ear on my phone. Like, I'm trying to figure out where the noise is coming from. Then I turn off the TV and the noise stops. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I kid you not, dude. I'm smiling because it's so ludicrous, ridiculously bad that I don't know what else to do. And I turned it off, and then it wouldn't turn off, and then all of a sudden it turned off, and then I turned it back on and the button wasn't working. It was just, it wouldn't turn back on. So after like 20 seconds or so, I heard like the TV did a little click. It went like click, click. And then it turned on. Now it's working normal, but I guess, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I think there's like some kind of, I honestly think there's some kind of like electromagnetic field going on in this room or something of the sort. There's some kind of electromagnetic field going on in here. This is not normal. Lester, ask not what a crit can do for you, but what can you do for a crit? I mean, there's things you can do for crits, but this guy's taking his sweet time. I took my sweet time, but this guy took his sweet, sweet time. He's gonna Digimax evolve? Okay. Okay, who died? see. Did I get Veil off? I did, didn't I? Down. I don't think it's the best. This is not going well. Yeah, that didn't work very much. Why is that Electro Drift doing so much damage? I don't know. But that thing, even with Aurora Veil, that thing is one-shotting me. I gotta look at Miraidon, because this is not supposed to be doing that much damage. Special attack 135? That's not even that, it's not even that much. Electro Drift. It has 100 power. Boost it even more if it's super effective. Special, okay. The raise for this move's power is boosted more than usual if it's super effective hit. Oh, so it does more damage if it's a super effect, but it wasn't super effective on Glaceon. That's very weird. I don't know. I don't know how they're being able to kill me like that. I'm gonna be honest. It's very weird that they're being able to kill me like that. Miraidon has plot armor. Hi, Frog. How are you doing, Frog? Yeah, we're not gonna find anything. Might as well. Yeah, at this time, not many people are playing. Just in bed relaxing? That's good. Is Cat there with you? Dun, 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 dun. Starting to feel like the time Ash lost the tournament because Charizard was too lazy to fight. Yeah, it's okay. We'll just shiny hunt if this isn't... if it doesn't pan out. Hi, Genki. How are you? I guess we'll just shiny hunt. Palmot, Shinx. I have plenty of Shinx. That's not gonna do anything for me. Not yet. She's busy at the moment. Oh, she's busy. Ooh, we have a Chimchar. Oh, and a Litten. Wow. Do I have a Chimchar already? Yeah, I do. Should we do Chimchar? I think I already have one. Let me check. Couldn't have been a Cyndaquil, huh? That's what I really need. Pretty sure I have a Chimchar. Yep. Yeah, I already have it. I already have a Litten too. It's a Torracat now, but yeah. Called it Genesis. Is this mine? This was, yeah, original trainer Violet. Yeah, this is mine. Huh. Okay. Yeah, Genki, my computer is not... We tried Jen's game last night, it didn't go well. I'm not going live on Twitch tonight to see if it stabilizes a little bit more. Yo, Benito, thank you for 22 months, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. See if it stabilizes a little bit more. But it's annoying. Sandshrew or Haunter? You actually got a shiny Haunter in Legends Arceus not too long ago. I'm just gonna reset. I don't think it's worth doing. Yeah, we're playing this on the Switch one, by the way. Charmander, welcome in. Yeah, I think I'll just reset. Mentine Raid. Oh, I read me raid. It's Mentine Raid. Mentine Raid. Ah, there it is. Mentine, my dear she-wolf. How you doing? And Kimbo is here as well. Matt, welcome in, Matt. How's it going? We are kind of shiny hunting, kind of. Oh, a Venonat. Isn't it white? Cupchew already got one. I did get a Snover as well. Let's do Venonat. Why not? It's all white, right? I'm gonna check. I don't have a Venonat. It's not white. It's the same color with blue eyes. I thought it was white. It's the same color, but it has blue eyes. Okay, should be easy to stop this spot. Guys, thank you so much, Matt, Mentine Matt, for that. I appreciate the raid. Thank you so much for raiding, guys. Don't forget to check out Matt. Fantastic streamer if you guys want to check them out. Appreciate you, friend. Just look at the eyes. Yeah, the eyes. They should be easy enough to spot. I know if you guys are all throwing up all over the screen. You're probably all throwing up all over the screen if you see this on the Switch one. I know. I've been looking at Switch 2 footage and I need a better Pokemon for this. Let's get... Heatran is slow. What legendary can I use? I like using legendaries. Entei, sure. You did some Scarlet Shiny. Are you doing it on the Switch too, Matt? Guys, don't forget to check Matt. I appreciate you. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Dang, he's fast. I gotta be careful with this because just the eye, I can't see it from the back, so just the eyes. It's gonna be kind of hard to spot. If they have their backs turned. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not liking this very much. I like driving the Pokemon, but I don't like the idea that they're so, they're kind of spread out, right? So. Ba-da-ba. Hi, Meowie. How are you? Da-na-na-na. I think the fur is a little bit... I don't even know if that's fur. But I think the fur is a little different, too. How are you, Meowie? Matt, Jen, congrats on new position. To Jen, yeah. Jen is doing the good work out there. Starting to go down. Okay, so no more Venonats. Okay, gotcha. Okay, from now on we just roll around at the speed of sound. That one looks a little different, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Thought it did. There's not a lot of them, like, even with the outbreak. This guy? Nope. Feeling goody? Really? Like, actually had a very nice day with family. Grandma's birthday made me less sad. How am I? It was an interesting day, you know? Nothing, man. Dude, this lag is horrible. I know. Get a Switch too. I know. How old was your grandma? How old's your grandma now? How old's your grandma, Meowie? How old? Dang, this lag is crazy. Shiny log? Yeah, I will get it eventually, I mean. This lag is just nuts. There it is. I just seen it. Oh my gosh, it's very visible. Yeah, the fur is a little, it's more purple. There it is. There it is. She's 93. Yeah, that's a good age. Very strong. There we go. I don't have quick balls. What should I use? Dun, dun. We got it, Meowie. There you go. It's a critical catch. I feel like the great ball suits it, right? Kind of like the blue and red. Why are you trying to capture a Flintstone Pokemon? A Flintstone Pokemon. Why would you call it a Flintstone Pokemon? Alright, I'm not gonna look anymore, but there's a Venonat. Let's go. It's pretty good. I really want to get is the... I mean, I'll get these ones that I never got before and all that, but what I really want is... Oh, we can do Mudkip again, can't we? Bum ba dum dum. That Pokemon you captured look like a creature of the Scooby-Doo. Dude, is it Flintstones or Scooby-Doo, man? Okay, let's see. Elekid. I don't have an Elekid shiny. I already have Electivire, so I don't care for it. I already have Sandshrew shiny too. I don't have an Esper or a Mimecat. What's Mysticat? What's the name of this Pokemon? Meowstick. Meowstick, yes. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, nothing here. Sorry, I was checking my phone really quick. Jupiter. Jupiter. Let me take a look real quick. I'm gonna look at the shiny. Oh, it's like purple. Oh shoot, it's very different. Yeah, the bubble is like red and the body is black and purple. Very different. I feel like we can find this easy. I'll look at the location, and if so, we'll just go for it. I'll look at the location. Yeah, I don't know about this location. What do you guys think? That's a Bruxish. Brushix. A Jupiter. Jupiter. Oh, look at the spider swimming. That's so cool. Oh, shoot! Oh, that drags you in. I didn't think this game would be that realistic. It drags you in, the current. Yeah, get the heck out of there. Who are we looking for now? It will be. It's gonna be a about a post-apocalyptic world where a virus can turn humans into cats. Ew. That movie already exists. That's the movie that that's the Cats movie? Is it called the Cats movie? Hi, Nevi. Oh! No way. Dude, that thing is tiny. Did you know there's going to be a new anime soon called Night of the Living Cat. Night of the Living Cat. This guy? Should we do this, guys? I don't even know. I'll bust out the Blastoise if you guys want to do it. This guy really looks like one because he's so small. Night of the Living Cat. Okay. Long day. Gotcha. What happened, buddy? Why do new Pokemon? Because we're playing on the Switch 1. It doesn't look much better on the Cyanide. It doesn't look much better on the Switch 2, but this is on the Switch 1, yeah. I didn't get the Switch 2, but it still doesn't look much better. It looks better in terms of resolution, but some would argue that it actually makes it look worse because you can see the imperfections even more. Which I kind of agree with. So instead of seeing a little bit of blurry, already muddy textures, you see non-blurry muddy textures. Which is wild. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, these things are tiny. I don't know about this. I don't know how I feel about doing this. I mean, I'm doing it just because I'm like, okay, I'll do it for a little bit until I decide if I want to keep doing it or not. But I'm not sold on this. Sell me on this spider, guys. Sell me this pen. kind of. Oh my gosh. Clink clink. Wish me luck here. I'm getting invested into this. I shouldn't. We're gonna do mudkips. How does one do mudkip again, Savage? Savage, how do you do mudkip? You have to water a water. I don't have a mudkip yet. Let's make sure. Back. Yeah, no mudkip. Only Torchic, no Trico, and no mudkip. Alright, I'll keep rolling then. I'll see. We'll do at least 2 or 3 rolls. I don't care too much. I decided not to do it. Whatever. We'll do 2 or 3 rolls and we'll see if we get anything interesting. I've found Trico before. At least more than 2 or 3 times already. Okay, Score Bunny I already have, so... Love Disc, Bold would love that. Nothing good there. Kimbo, thank you for hanging out, Kimbo. Alrighty. Wrong button. I know Savage, he knows the strat, but he's not here. Is that a shiny horsey? No. Alright, let's see what we got. Snover? Well, ironic. Well, I already got it. Aloha Mola. Rowlet. I keep getting Rowlets. Yeah, I'm kind of done with Rowlets. I remember I got one and then I tried to do... Oh my god. Tried to do it 2 more times and it didn't work. Okay. It didn't work. That didn't change it. Nope. Oh boy. Oh, take it easy there, Camel Man. There we go. Nothing. Seadra again. Magnemite. I already did Magnemite, even before this DLC, so we good. I already got one. It was kind of hard to spot, too. It was one of those runs that took me, like, about 2 hours, if not more. slack off. My Brobat ranch? What is a Brobat ranch? Brobat branch. I don't know what that is. That didn't work. Ah, there's Savage. For Mudkeep, go to the cave with encounter 3, boost water sandwich, and just repeat spawns till you get it. Okay, so it's that simple. My menu is longer. It feels like a Switch 2. Is that a Flygon? Yeah. Female Meowstick. I mean, if it was a Esper, perhaps I'd do a Milcery. I don't care for that. Yeah, nothing special here, boys. Nothing interesting. Yeah, you said the same thing. Yeah. Oh, there's a Froakie. We already have Froakie as well. And Rhyhorn is gold, I think. Another Jupiter. Do you have Brilliant Diamond? A Snubble is interesting. Do I have Snubble already? I think he's blue. I think I already have it. I'm gonna look. Let me see. Shiny Snubble. Yeah, he's like blue. Alright, okay then. You have Pearl? So, Brilliant Pearl, Luscious Pearl, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Geodude, Cheeto Man, we already have. Litleo I don't have. Chansey I have so many Chanseys. I forget the name of this guy. Pink Cow? Goat Painter? Stantler? No. This is... Moosestick. Akron. No. Paintzel. Paintzel? The art guy, he learns that ability that he can sketch or something he can do. I just don't remember his name. Russell. Nothing. Whew. Let me see here really quick. Smeargle is his name. Smeargle. We'll never get that torch, that Cyndaquil. Totodile would be even harder. I don't even dare to try and look for a Totodile. I don't know why they made Totodile so hard to find. Gonna get ready to fall asleep. Gonna put on my podcast. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night, Kimbo. Have a great night. I hope you rest well, friend. I appreciate you, friend. Chestpin, I already have a lot. Trap inches, I mean, Mux. Snubbles again, Chimchulas, I already have Chimchulas. Ah, boy. Hey, Yashawin, how are you? What's going on? Totodiles are rare. Yeah, it's very rare to get a... There's someone took 7 hours to find, like 7 hours of doing this, of resetting just to find an outbreak. Yeah, but it's not the Pokemon itself, it's the outbreak. Hope everyone's having a chill day. Yeah, having a chill day. Thank you. Welcome in. Yashawin, how was your day? But it's not the Pokemon itself, it's the raid. Because if you want to shiny hunt it, you need the raid. Without the raid. Well, I'm calling it a raid, but it's an outbreak, whatever. Without the outbreak, you're basically going you're gonna take forever to find it, basically. Because there's only like 2 of them spawning in that area that you're talking about. There's like 1 or 2 at most, sometimes even just 1. So you'd be going 1 by 1, and your odds are like 8,000. You know, it's like, okay. I mean, it's doable, and I'm sure someone has done it. I would not do it. Poplio, Solosis, Metang. I already have a Metang as well. We're gonna be here for a while and not find anything. At least we're getting good at this menu thing. Or are we? Just relaxing today. No maintenance on the PC today. Too much of it. The past 2 weeks. Just playing some Expedition 33. Oh, you still playing Expedition? I haven't booted it up since last time. Not that I don't like the game again. It's just that I've done what there is to do. I mean, I could try to get to level 100 and... I could try to platinum the game and get to level 100. Just as I said, as we're getting good at this, and whoops. Just as I said that we were getting good at the menu, I start fumbling, of course. So anyone do anything special this weekend? Rip Gustav. Yeah, Rip Gustav. Hey, he wasn't real anyway, so... He wasn't real anyway, so who cares? When Gustav died, like, his burial was worse for me than the actual death. When they buried him, that was the worst. I don't have a seal, and I've always wanted a seal. Shiny seal is like butter yellow. It's a very light yellow. Still don't recall you ever beaten the game's true challenge yet? What do you mean? What is the game's true challenge? Yeah, I had a busy weekend, but at least in the afternoon. Then I just hung out on stream on VC with people. Hopefully I won't get shot at. Dang, you got somebody pew-pewed at you? What the heck? What's the true challenge, Yasserwen, by the way? They already asked, but I don't know if you heard. What is the expedition's true challenge? Are you talking about perhaps doing the new difficulty? The underworld and facing Simon, Clara, I think, if you fought her? Yeah, I fought Clara, I fought Simon. I beat Simon, I beat Clara, I beat all the super bosses. There's just one boss I couldn't find. There's one boss I didn't fight because I couldn't find him. But all the bosses I could find, I beat them all. There was one, and I know this because I was looking at... What was it that I was looking at? There was something in the game that told me, like, you're missing one boss or something. So I know that I was missing one boss. Other than that, I beat them all. So I guess there's still something to do. We were working on the reservation. And they were a bit too drunk and excited. The framers were in the line of fire. At least I was behind the building in a lift doing some work. The heck, man? Yeah. Even a small bullet, though. Even a small bullet can cause a lot of damage if it hits the right place. Especially if you don't have a lot of... If you're on the skinnier side, not a lot of meat to hit. That's not gonna help either. All it needs to do is find your heart. If it finds your heart, it punctures your heart in any way, it's GG's good night. Chimchu grammar. No, nothing interesting here. I don't know the name. No, I don't remember. It was... I looked... It must have been one that you get after you unlock flying. I did the snake in the sky. I did the guy in the ocean. The big dude in the ocean. I did the bald Jean-Pierre. I did Clara. I did the guy that oozes venom. I did the one that looks like a wacky flailable and tube man. I did the ice guy that does the spikes on the ground. I did the ooh, a Minum. That's rare. We don't see that a lot. I did the guy that is the frost guy that turns into ice. Is like looks like an ice mountain. It turns into fire and ice. I did that guy. I did the real... Not the real, I did the painted Mael. The painted Clea. Or... Not Clea, what's her name? Alicia. I did the painted Alicia. I didn't get Monaco's all abilities. I'm missing 3 abilities for Monaco. I'm missing 3 abilities for him. 3 or 4. Forget which one specifically. Dang, man. Nothing. Nothing but crap. I wonder if there's a specific day maybe that they I don't think there is. There's no specific day they come out. That's what they should have done, like Shadow Dials on Tuesday, something like that. You can manipulate the clock at least. Come on, man. I was doing so well. You can get all of the abilities from the arena spawn. Everything spawns there. The arena? What arena? The Gestural arena? Tora, Sinke, Confefe, Finian. Oh boy. Thank you, Savage, for that. Appreciate it. You can get all the abilities from the arena. Everything spawns there. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what arena you're talking about. The arena on the far left of the map, 33 rounds, back to back. And Spexil. Spexil final bout at the end? No idea, man. I might have not found that arena. The far left of the map, huh? Now I'm curious to go see what that is. Yeah, I don't remember that. I did find the arena where you fight the Gestrals. I did fight the arena on the Gestral City. And then the one in the sky, which is the clandestine one. And whoops. Trying to think, but I think those are the only ones I remember. I still don't know what the casino's for. The watery area in the middle near the fast travel point, that's not helping me, sorry. Yeah, that's not really helping. I mean, I'm not seeing it. There's another pop, Leo, but I mean, special. It's been a while. Special final bout at the end. I don't think I know. Yo, Gamers Haven, welcome in. Oh, what a night. It was too French for you? Gosh dang. Sacré bleu croissant. I think French is nice. I like the fact that it wasn't... Imagine if it was like too American for you, you know? Freaking... Instead of like baguettes in their backs, instead of baguettes, they have like freaking cheeseburgers, Big Macs. Instead of like their European shirts, the striped shirt, like the very European striped shirt, the black and white one, very French. They had like a wife beater on, just a white tank top with a Coke stain. Coca-Cola, not Coke drug. Coca-Cola is what I mean. That would be GTA for... Oh, right, that is GTA. Never mind. Yeah, that exists already. Still in Act 1. Hello, Kumo. Hello, Gamers Haven. Thank you so much. I just mean narrative-wise. Aesthetics is fine. Oh, you mean narrative-wise? Oh, because of the painters. No, okay, I get it. Yeah, no, okay. Yeah, I totally didn't see it I didn't see it that way. Yeah, I totally respect that then. There's one thing I want to master in the game. Can I what? Can I beat Sprung and early with Sayel? Early with Sayel with him ever getting a turn? I have no idea. You'd have to try. Narrative wise, yeah. Lol. You're welcome. Thank you for the raid, guys. Don't forget to check out the Gamers Haven. I appreciate it. It's very nice of you. I appreciate it. Ta-da. Nothing. Ba-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-dum. Yeah, it's gonna be a long night if we do this for a while. Gonna be a long night. Shield on. I mean, it's better than sitting here and resetting this friggin' crap. Core Keeper, very chill and relaxing game until you have to fight. Just done with some Core Keeper, huh? I don't know that game. What kind of game is it? Tell me about it. I was gonna say that was a shiny Scrafty, but it's just a Tyro. Dude, Entei's got that butt going. Jeez. Entei's got that butt going. Okay. What does this thing look like? No. Okay. Oh, man. Why are they always like barely any different, dude? I don't get it, man. They're always like barely any different. It's like you can't even tell them apart. This one's is blue. The head is blue. The body is pretty much the same color, maybe a little less. The body's a little lighter and the head is blue, but it's a grayish blue, which looks like gray. So it's not like it's a very distinct blue, saturated blue. It's a very grayish blue, right? So I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest. What do you guys think? Worth it? Not worth it. Where's this at? There we go. The Stardew Valley? I've never played Stardew Valley. I couldn't tell you what the heck. I restarted Ciel, now it's 32, Mael 34. Ciel is 32, Mael is 34. About to enter the cavern of insane plot. Viper, welcome! How are you? That's a Trico. Oh, so you can still find Tricos even without... Yeah, you can still... That's right. You can still find... You don't need an outbreak to find them. How are you tonight, Piper? How's it going? What are you up to in Pokemon? We're just shiny hunting. I'm very absent-minded, but I'm here. That's a shiny... That's not a shiny. 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 I don't know if I want to do this, man. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm just gonna keep resetting. I don't care for Shieldon. I do prefer Shieldon over Rampardos. I like them both. Let's put it that way. I like them both. But I don't think... I feel like most people would say Rampardos is better. I can see how people would think that it's cooler. Shieldon looks like a wall with a face. I get it. I still really like it. Perugly is the most cutest Pokemon ever, too. Just putting it out there. Nothing there. Another score bunny. You love Stardew? I don't. I've never played it. I don't know anything about it. Not my kind of game. Not. I mean, I'd be willing to try it, of course. Not really my kind of game. Your cleaning job? Aw. There's a flash flooding going on? Oh no. My route was only a mile to drive, but this rain, yeah. Oh, so it's like the rain. Did I just look or did I just reset? I just looked. Dang. I hope you're doing okay, man. That sounds scary. I don't think I've ever witnessed a flash flood or anything like that. I don't think so, no. Nothing. Oh yeah. We are not even like something a little exotic, like a snivy or something, you know? My place is fine. If it floods, dang, you live on a cloud? I would like to live with cloud. The whole town is in bad shape. And it's all from the rains, huh? This is a lame joke. I got lame jokes. Give me a second. I'm checking my phone here really quick. Okay. Oh my. I feel that I was on the other side of the artificial canal when the pump station failed and flooded the drained lake. Ugh. I went to one. I went to there was this place where they stored water for the cows, for the cattle, and for stuff. I remember going there once. Dang, no reset. Don't know why it didn't reset. I went there once. Those things are mad. That thing was like, it was almost like a mile across. It was probably not a mile, but maybe. I mean, honestly, it might have been a mile across. That happens with swamps. Turns out it was a drained swamp. Oh, dang. Yeah, no swamps where I'm at. No swamps, no... We get, sometimes we'll get very strong winds and thunder, but that's it. No snow. Very boring. I'd like to have snow until I have to shovel it off my driveway, and then I won't like it, but never experienced that. I know that my uncle lives up in Canada, moved there a long time ago, and he was on FaceTime with me or whatever, Skype at the time. It was a long time ago. And it was in the morning, and he has to like Southern Cali. Yeah. Well, I'm not in Southern. I'm in California. I'm not far south though. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Yasha Win. Stay safe in the flood and stay warm. Absolutely. The clutch came north to North America. The Dutch came to North America, found some place below water level, and thought, ah, yes, this reminds me. The Netherlands, huh? Wow. Dun 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 dun. Nothing. Yeah, the weather, not much here. I've traveled around the world quite a bit though. Not around the US a lot, but around the world, yeah. I've only been to a few states. I never cared to move states a lot. I always wanted to do like a road trip across the whole country. You know, just go all the way down the south, end at Florida, go up the Carolinas, New York, and then all the way up to Maine, and then come down Wisconsin, friggin' Michigan, Minnesota, hit the Dakotas maybe, see the rock-faced dudes. Your ancestors were Dutch? How far back do you know? All my ancestors are Portuguese that I know. Oh, that's a Beldam. That I know, they're all Portuguese. It goes like, I don't know, they're Portuguese at least to the 3rd generation, I know. Because in Portugal, they kept registers of, I think they do it here, mostly for the military, they keep a register because people were drafted, so a lot of people's information was taken. 1700s? Wait. Wait, when you say 1700s, what do you mean? Does that mean that... Because America was founded at the end of the 1700s, so... Is that when your ancestors came here? Or they could be, I don't know. Is that what you mean, or that might just be misunderstanding. Dude, did it not change again? Are you kidding me? Why is it so dead set on this? Did I not do it properly? They came over. Only share as much as you want, of course. I'm not trying to pry, but I do like it's a curious thing. And they came over the shit. Wow, that was a long time ago then. Jeez. You're like way back when. Golly. If the information is correct, of course. Yeah, in Portugal they always kept like they used to keep paper of everyone, like paper information. They had a paper for everyone, and a lot of those nowadays are being they're being digitalized, right? People are getting a hold of those and they digitalize them and they upload them into genealogy tree apps. There's a name to that process, I forget what it is. But what they do is they find these documents, they send them online, and people can volunteer to just upload them, basically upload them into like genealogy tree apps. So what ends up happening is if someone goes into like pays into like my tree, or I forget, I have a subscription to one of the genealogy things. I forget which one it was. I haven't used it in a while. And it goes as far back as like 4 to 5 generations. Of course, like the information might not be uploaded about your family specifically. Let's say you had a great-grandfather that served great-grandfather. I mean, if you're on the younger side, maybe World War I. But let me see, anything here? Dude, not a single one. Not a frickin', not a dog, not a mouse, not nothing. Godly jolly beans, Tetramasters. I, for one, trust our benevolent corporate overlords with all our genetic data. Yeah, there's a lot of lawsuits already going with people like 33andMe or something like that, 32andMe or there's already like lawsuits going on. I was watching like one of them went to Congress and they were being cross-examined in Congress, and they were saying that they don't keep genetic. This is the clip, right? I only saw a clip. I didn't see the whole thing. It was a clip that showed up on YouTube. And he was asking, I think it's 32andMe or whatever. And they were asking, I don't know if it was the CEO or someone, there's some big shot from there. Like, if they keep the information, like if they keep the database, they say, oh, we don't keep any of the information. And then like in their terms of service, in the fine print, it literally says that they keep the information. The dude was like proven wrong, like in front of everybody, like right there, which is despicable if they do that. I mean, I think it's not a good thing if they keep your genetic information. Yeah, send your spit into the internet. Nothing wrong is gonna happen. Send one of your hairs. Yeah, they're not gonna use it to like cross-identify you with some criminal somewhere in Baghdad. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. You could trust the government, man. I mean, I wish you could. For some things, I believe for some things you can, but I also believe there is some level of corruption, of course. I think everybody believes that. But you gotta trust them, whether you like it or not. You know, they're responsible for everything, right? They deal with our lives and they decide our fates, and you kind of have to play ball even if you don't have feet, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. Oh, shiny? No shiny. So it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and it's a lot of the jungle out there, really. You know, it's all about making money, though. It's a shame that society has come down to that. It's all about making money. So long as you have money, you are respected. Money can only... people say money can't buy happiness. I mean, that's a slippery slope right there. Money can buy a lot of things that would give you comfort, right? Money can ease your mind from mundane things that... worldly things that shouldn't matter but matter. Like some of them are unavoidable, of course, like eating, drinking. Like you can't staying in power. Yeah, I feel like power... whoever's in power gets corrupted. It's just how it is. Okay? When you're sitting at the top of whatever company or the top of whatever it is, I'm not gonna get into politics and say this man, that man. I'm not gonna name anyone. But the truth of the matter is that at least 99% of the cases, when someone gets power, that they get to decide what happens to someone's life, that person is most likely not gonna care two fluffs what happens to you. Okay? If you present a sheet of paper that says this person's life was affected, this person's life, they look at that, it's like looking at the phone book. I don't know who these people are. It's just a name. They don't put a name. There's not a face behind the name. There's not a daughter behind the name. There's not a son behind the name. There's not a sister or a brother. There's not a family. It's just a name. That's like me sending you a name of a friend of mine and say, here, love this person. And you're like, what? That's a name. How do you want me? I don't know who they are. I couldn't care less. And I'm like, love this person. And you're like, how do I love them? It's a name. You know what I mean? So when you're in a position of power, if you can't tell yourself that you have certain responsibilities and that you need to be, that you need to keep in mind, because, at least in this land, whatever you earn is yours. So that's why it's important to give power to those who would have some self-control or some idea of what's good and bad, you know? Because if you give the power to someone who just doesn't it's not that people are bad. It doesn't mean necessarily that they're bad people. It's more you need someone who is aware, caring, okay? Someone who understands that power is important, not that power is a means for. Okay, for most people, power is just a means for. I'll do this because I want this. If it hurts people in the way, they should have been rich. It's their fault they're poor. It's their fault they were born poor. It's their fault they didn't get luck to blow up like other people blew up. It's not real. None of it is real. Like, it's all a game of chances, and you shouldn't hate people because they had worse chances. It's stupid. Stupid. That's like blaming people for being born. That's like blaming someone for the sins, some kid for the sins of their father. I didn't do what my dad did. Not my fault. I didn't do it. Even if he does it for you, it's still not your fault. If you're not aware of it, if you're complicit, then you're complicit, obviously. But if you knew nothing about it, you had nothing to do with it, you shouldn't get blamed for what anyone else did. But the truth of the matter is, justice does not exist in this world, and when it does exist, it's usually for the people who don't deserve it. It's how it goes. It's unfortunate. I think one of the most unfortunate things that we get to live today, nowadays, is that you see people, like, when it comes to, like, illness and stuff like that, no one can do anything about it, right? And don't ask me why children get sick. It shouldn't be that way. I think if it was my way, I think everybody should live at least until 80. And from there, you're on your own, you know? Like, at least until you're 80, you'll get to live. That's how it should be, I think. Now, dude, people who pass away at the age of 20 and 5 and, you know? And those things are outside of our control, right? So we can't do anything about it. What really sucks is when you can't, there's people that can do something about it. They could change your life for better. They could. They could change your life 100%. Flat, boom, done. But they won't. That is completely different to having something thrown at you that you have no control over, like the place you're born in, or what race you're born as, or what name you're given, you know, like what your health, you know. Granted, you didn't do anything stupid with your health, of course. Nobody controls that either. Is that shiny? Excuse me, sir. Do you shine or do you? This is not shiny, is it? No. Absolutely not. So I don't really see justice in this world. You don't see justice within your group of friends sometimes. Within your very own group of friends. Hatred seems to be the only answer nowadays. I only smoke Lucky Strikes? Well, yeah. I get it. There are people that smoke their whole life and never get sick, but decisions also matter. But assuming that someone lived their lives to the best of their ability, in a healthy way. Assuming. And it's funny that never mind, I'm gonna drop that thought. I was gonna get into something I don't want to get into, but yeah. I was friends, I still am, but there's a friend of mine from church I met. And he's an oncologist, right? He's a doctor that treats cancer patients. He was specialized he worked in the lung department. I don't know what you call the department, okay? That's all I know he is. That's what he told me. That's not what he told me, but he didn't say he worked at the lung department, but he said he treated people with or diagnosed people with lung cancer. And he said 90, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he said something upwards of 90% of the people who went in with lung problems like that were smokers. If not their entire life, at least for a good chunk of their lives. Even intermediate smokers, like people who would smoke, stop. So think about that, 90%, right? It's crazy. Yeah, smoking is like one of the only things that there's no benefits to. Like nicotine has no benefit in your heart, in your health. There's no benefits to it. Inhaled smoke has no benefits. It's not beneficial for your wallet. You spend money on it. You're spending money to destroy your health, and also spending money to help a corporation that tries to get kids to smoke. You know, by adding flavors, vanilla ice cream flavor. You want some cotton candy flavor? Yeah, because a 50-year-old is dying to smoke some cotton candy. I can't think of anyone else who'd be interested in smoking cotton candy. Wouldn't be an impressionable teenager, right? There's no way. Those guys are smart, right? They make great decisions, teenagers. Am I right? I sure didn't. Heck, what do I know? I was only a teenager once. Yeah, big tobacco companies are ay. Don't look into it. Let me put it that way. Don't look into it. Did you know that they have a lot of power? Hey, moms! Sent one FrostyLemon membership and $2. You didn't have to do the moms. You already gave me the freaking thing. Why? Aaron Eckhart, and thank you for smoking was my childhood weird. I don't know who that is. I don't know what is that, like an MTV show or something like that? I honestly don't know. I'm ignorant to that. I don't know what it is. You got me on that one. If you want to elaborate, I'd love to get educated right now, if you don't mind. Thank you, moms. How's the hunt going? We haven't found Jack. We found a Venonat. But I'm talking and I'm getting all my buttons mixed up. Have I told you I love you, Jen and moms? Thank you. Why? Because I wanted to. I know, moms, but you've done a lot for me. Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about it live. I know I keep saying that, but there's thoughts that come to my mind and I'm like, that's drama. Don't touch upon it. That's drama. Don't talk drama. Don't talk drama. Drama is bad. You want a drama? Go be an actor, I guess. Thank you. It's hard not to be addicted to drama sometimes. It's hard not to like a good story, a good juicy story, right? But I have consciously and put effort into not talk about anything. It's a movie about a tobacco lobbyist. Oh, with Two-Face. Harvey Dent from the back. Oh, Harvey Dent, yeah. That's the old school. Isn't that the old school Batman? Let me look Harvey Dent. I think I have an image in my head. I'm just not sure if that's the guy. Yes, that's the Two-Face guy. That's the most recent one. Okay. I was thinking of the wrong guy. Okay. I was thinking of the other Two-Face guy. Oh, wait. Is Harvey Dent the character? Wait, is it the character? I thought his name was Two-Face Harvey Dent. Where are all lawyers Harveys? I don't get that. Is it Harvard? Oh, Harvey Dent is the name of the character. I thought it was the... I thought it was an actor. Never mind. Bro, you out here confusing me. Same actor, yeah. You can talk about my sunburn on my neck. You got a sunburn, moms? Or is it something else? What you been up to? You been rolling in the carpet? Have you been rolling on the carpet like a little kitty? You know Harv from Animal Crossing? You don't know any other Harveys? The guy from, what's that, the guy from Suits? Okay, Aaron Eckhart is the actor. Okay. I'm very bad with the pop culture. Very, very bad. I grew up in a very isolated place. All I had was Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, MTV, Nickelodeon, and a few others, but not much. We had the little antenna going. We had to have the antenna. You guys remember the parabolic antenna? That thing? For the longest time, I just wanted to like dislodge it and just frisbee that thing down the street. Never did. Knowing him from Thank You for Smoking made me, the Batman movie a lot more funny when you can't break an actor from a specific role. I'll tell you what, I wasn't trying to make anyone that... I will be, like, my own mother has smoked since she was 13. She still smokes today. From the age of 13, she's been smoking. I've tried to get her to quit. I've grabbed her packs and hidden them. I've hidden it from her. I've encouraged her. I've done everything I can, really, to try and get her to stop smoking, but didn't work. So I'm not saying if you smoke, you're a bad person. I'm just saying, in my personal view, I think it's a bad decision. There's no positives, man. There's no positive take. I mean, the only positive thing I guess you could say is perhaps you scratch the itch, right? It might calm you down. I know that for some people is therapeutic, right? I guess that is a positive. And even then, if you really look at it, is it really a positive? If you're relying on something harmful to heal yourself, is that really a positive? Could you really say it's a positive? It's still, at the end of it, it'd still be a negative. Because you're doing long-term damage for short-term gratification. My grandpa and his siblings started at ages 6 and 9. They grew up on a tobacco farm. Nice. I mean, nice. Well, interesting. What do they do at the tobacco farm? Addiction for the sake of addiction? Yeah, I read a study. Everybody's like rolling their eyes. Yeah, you read a study. I really did. And the study is one of those, it was one of those Google ads or whatever. Study says 3%, 3 days, whatever. So I clicked it and I read it. And it was like, after 3 days, for most people, nicotine no longer stays in your body and no longer has like effects. So you experience withdrawal from nicotine for about 3 to 4 days. So that's what the article said. So after that, it's all mind power. It's all in the head, right? After that, it's all force of habit, coping, etc. They grew it and harvested it, right? I had to taste test the product, I guess. They had to taste test the product? What the heck are they doing? What is that? What is that in? What does that consist in? Oh, look, I got a sneak. A danger noodle. Uh-oh. Very scared of snakes. That's an eel. Whatever. Is not an eel, is not a snake. Really? You're gonna make that argument that an eel is not a snake? Frosty, if it was a snake, it wouldn't be called an eel now, would it? No. No, listen to me. It's a snake that goes sparky warky. That's all it is. It goes a little sparky warky and it's got... It's a iron snake. It's been ironed. A little flatter, right? They flattened it a little bit. Still a snake. It's got all the symptoms of a snake. It slithers. It's got venomous teeth. Right? It's an electric type snake. It's what it is. They all started smoking at those ages. Dang. The chemical dependency in short, but the longer term brain stuff and depression and lungs healing, getting the tar out of you takes longer. Yeah. They all started at smoking at those ages. That's some Virginia childhood, if I ever heard. Jeez. Smoke this cigarette, son. We need to make sure it's Virginia's. Oh, friggin' 10-year-old's like... Friggin'... God dang, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, gosh. My grandpa passed away at the age of 92. His oldest brother at 97 smoked the organic stuff. Organic stuff? No tar? Yeah, I'm not a fan of tobacco. Never was. I did... The first cigarette... I first tried a cigarette at the age of 14 or something like that. Peer pressure, you know, friends are... It was a menthol one. It was menthol. I was hanging out with friends. A friend of mine had a pack of menthol. They said, just try it, just try it. I was like, yeah, I'm stupid. Let me try it. I did try it, and I coughed for like 3 hours. And I said... The next time you give me I don't know, man. Next time you give me a cigarette, you better think I'm a trainer or something, because I'm not gonna be puffing and huffing and smoking like that, bro. I don't know if you think I'm a freaking fireplace or I don't know what's going on here, but I'm not doing this. When I want smoke, if I want to inhale smoke, I'll just find a really loud car with a really bad smog done. And I'll just sit there and sniff it. You know what I mean? If I want to get some smoke, I'll find a way. You never tried any sort of smoking? Yeah, I used to hang out. Some of my friends, some people I hang out. I never really did it, but some of my friends used to do some of the MJ and stuff, and not just the MJ, like hash, stuff like that. So I'd be around them, but I never touched that stuff. But they would just do it and relax. I mean, personally, I learned from my first experience that it wasn't for me. I just don't get the point, man. You're like breathing smoke. Like what? You know, like it defeats my brain to understand what my brain cannot conceptualize what's fun about that. You know what I mean? Not to mention, I couldn't convince myself of a good reason to even do it. Ironically, I start coughing. Weed just gives me nerve pain. I once accidentally ate an edible. You're gonna say, yeah, you're rolling your eyes again. I can see it. Don't look at me like that. Everybody went like, oh yeah, well, accidentally. Okay, Frost. I swear to goodness, it was completely accidentally. I ate an edible, and it was the first time in my life that I got high. What happened later? I ended up running butt naked in front of my mother in the kitchen. I later forgot how to drive. I thought my brakes didn't exist. Then I stopped feeling my legs. and I thought I couldn't walk, and I was standing. And I was like, I can't walk, and I'm literally standing. Because I stopped feeling my legs at some point, etc. So, yeah. I think from here on out, I like to be in control of my brain. That's why I also don't drink. I don't like the idea of being... I don't like the feeling of not being in control of my body. Like, I've been drunk once, and I don't like the feeling that I'm not acting out of my own volitude, like my own will, like something else, like I'm out of it, right? I don't like that feeling. I hate it. Freaks me out. I used to just got work at a hospital and was so tired and stressed one night that grandma left a pack in the car. I tried smoking one, but I started getting sick. Following week, I found out I was... Oh, God. What a story. Wow, cyanide. Are you being for real or are you joking? I don't know. Sometimes people come in here and they say things, and sometimes they're not common, and I don't always know if people are being serious or if they're just like messing around. I mean, I'm gonna take you at your word, obviously, but no smoking for me. No, that's 100% real. Okay, I believe you. Dang. Wow. What happened to your foot then? What happened to your foot? Oh, you got ran over. Yeah, I had a friend of mine. Still talk to him quite often. When he was a kid, he was walking down the sideway with his brother, and there was this trash truck that was coming off of this parking lot, and there's the ramp that goes from the street to the parking lot, and they were crossing that. I guess the guy didn't see him because he was distracted, and like ran over his leg. And I've known him for years and years. I've always known him to have that problem with his leg, and I've seen what he's gone through in terms of pain, and like he can walk and all that, but it does affect his leg to some degree. I've known him for quite a bit of time, and very extremely painful for him, and I think his knee still hurts nowadays. You know, surgery is a big old scar too, so. Behind my mother's restaurant and messing around in the alley. I got rid of, well. A van ran you over. God dang. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, vans are heavy. Absolutely. I never really had any like very bad accidents like that. I once flew over a street. We're going down a hill. I was coming back from school, and something happened that I didn't get picked up, or I forget exactly what it was. My friend, I lived about 30-minute walk from school, right? So not that far. So my friend had a bike, and he was my neighbor, so we were going to the same place, and he drove his bike back from school home. So he said, "Hey man, I'll give you a lift on my bike. Yeah, I'll just take you home." I said, "Yeah, sure." I was like freshman year of high school, something like that. 6th grade, 5th grade, 7th grade at most. I was like 13, 14, something like that. And I hop on the bar, the middle bar. So I'm sitting there like a little chihuahua, and he has his arms around me on the wheel. You see what I mean? Like I'm sitting there all tucked up. So at the time I had a backpack, and I remember that my mom got me a backpack that was like very large. She didn't like the small backpacks and stuff, but it was like a camping backpack. It was meant for camping, not for school. But it had like these, you know, those little click things those little straps that click around your waist as a little click. It had like those straps like that. Whenever that was not strapped on around your waist, it's like dangling off the side of your body. It went down all the way to my knee, and most of the time I had it like clicked on because there was just like you're walking, it's dangling around. It's a piece of plastic at the end, is gonna bump into people and whatever. So I'm sitting there with my backpack, and guess what? Yeah, no bad words. So we keep it clean here, man. He didn't know. He or she, they didn't know. So it's fine. So it turns out he's giving me a ride. There's this hill that you go down. This hill is pretty steep to go down to our... And at the end of the hill, it's a pretty down... It's a 2-laner. You're going... It's pretty... So it's going down straight. There's no turns, anything. It's just straight down. Like, think of San Francisco down. It's like this thing was slanted. We're going down this baby. This guy's letting the bike roll. I'm sitting in the middle there. The wind's in my face. I'm like those dogs. You know when a bulldog puts his head off the window in the freeway and the flaps are going? That was me. That was me. And I'm like sitting there. Right at the end of that street, there's a split in the road. So it's a T road. At the end, it's a T road. So it's a T junction, right? So you get to the end, and then there's a one-way. It's not a one-way, but it's like there's a 2-laner. It only goes that way, right? So we're getting close to the road where the T. So he has to start braking because we're going like what 15 miles an hour, something like that. And I started looking at this mother fluff. I'm like looking back. Gosh dang, my eyes were like in the back of my head. I was stressing out. And I see him start braking, and I'll never forget this. His bike, his brakes would squeal on. They go like, and gosh dang, the trauma right there. So we're getting to the end. So we did lose a lot of the speed. You're not gonna believe that. I swear on my life, this is a true story. On my life that I die here if this is not true. We get to the end of the street. My strap from my backpack gets stuck on the tire or the pedal. I don't know where it got stuck. The bike comes to a full stop immediately. Guess what happened? It is a bird? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's FrostyLemon. I got spat out of the bike. I went flying. I went over, believe it or not, I went over the 2-lane street. I flew over it, and while I'm in the air, I look to the side. There's this girl and her mom in the Jeep. They had a Jeep, I'll never forget this. And all I see, I'm looking to the side, I see them like hit their brakes as I'm flying by because they saw us like fall. And all I see, I'm looking at them and they looking at me like pass by. I'm like literally in the air, like projectile vomited off this bike. And I do a flip in the air and I hit the fence of the house on the side of the street. I hit my back and I hit the back of my head. I hit the floor, then I get up like I'm all startled. All I can't see, dude. Like for like 3 seconds, all I saw was white. I couldn't see colors. I couldn't see anything. I was like completely out of it. And I'm like opening my eyes, like looking. Of course, you freak out immediately. And then my vision starts coming back slowly because I hit the back of my head pretty bad. I get up, I start collecting myself. I'm a little dazed. My friend and her mom she parks her car. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I'm all right. I'm all right. And I look at my friend. He fell straight down and he dragged his chin on the asphalt, on the freaking floor for it was about 2 feet. There's a skid mark that was about 2 feet long of his just like straight up blood and his skin and just like And I'm looking around, I'm trying to feel my legs, my arms, see if I have anything broken. I was fine. Like, the only thing that really hit me was I couldn't see for a little bit. And I go to him, oh, we're gonna call the ambulance. Oh, he's like, it's okay, it's okay. His chin is like dripping blood. I was like, dude, we gotta call an ambulance. It turns out he ended up getting on his bike, didn't want the ambulance. He drove his bike home. I'm laughing, but he was okay. He had to take, he took like 4 or 5 stitches on his chin. And I ended up just walking home because he took off. He was like, "No, screw, I'm not giving you no ride, man. Screw you." I walked home and my brother was at home. Hey, what happened? Oh, I was limping a little bit. I was like, oh, I got hurt. And then we went outside, we were playing ball, and I was fine. I never went to the hospital. I might have gotten a concussion, not even realize. I walked home, you know, I didn't go to the hospital, nothing. He went to he had to. That was years ago. I think my brain it's been 20 years now, so I guess I'd know if I had a concussion still. But yeah, I hit my head. I don't know how I did not split my head open or anything like that. It was God helped me that night. The wild thing about that story is that what are the odds that I'm crossing the street and this girl from my class and her mom, I literally see them inside the car as I'm flying by. Well, to be fair, we just left school, all of us, so it makes sense that she would be there. But hi, Carissy, how's it going? I've told this story quite a bit, and it is one of my wildest. That's one of my wildest accidents right there. No permanently? No, my pupils are not dilated. I don't know if they were at the time. They might have been, honestly. I did look out because I remember my mom telling me. I remember learning this from my mom. She said, if you ever hit your head or something, you start vomiting or feeling like you need to sleep, don't sleep. Don't vomit. Try not to vomit. Go to the hospital. I remember my mom saying that, right? I never vomited. I never felt like... I felt dizzy when I hit, but after that I was fine. I never felt like I was getting sleepy, so I was like, I'm fine. And I was. Maybe not entirely, but... It was stupid. I should have gone to the hospital, dude. If you hit something so hard like I did... My back took most of the hit. I felt pretty flat, because I spun at the end of this. When I was about to hit the ground, I did a flip. Not on purpose. I was completely no control over my body. Like, the inertia of being spat out of that bike was like... I had like freaking 5 G's on me right there. Obviously, that's an exaggeration. But it was... Yeah. I still see this guy on social media every now and then. He's well alive. He owns his car business now. Yeah, he's doing well for himself, actually. That's a memory we both share. It's like, well, both of us will never forget this story. I wish I could, like, talk to him just to remember this story with him. Like, do you remember that day that Oh god. Insensitive joke, never mind. Do you remember that day? Oh my gosh. He's a good kid. He was a good kid. He was mad at me for a while. Like, it was my fault. I mean, it was my fault, but I didn't mean to, like, lock up the... It was the freaking backpack. The strap. Oh, and by the way, the backpack came off my back. Like when I flew, like there was no backpack. I had to go to his bike and like yank it off the tire. It is crazy. That would be wild to talk to him. I would like to see if... I'm sure he remembers it, because I met him when in my early 20s. So about 10 years after the incident, I met him. Not on purpose, it was just local town, you know. But I saw him and we talked about it. He still remembers. I'm sure he'll never forget that. I'll never forget it. And he lost a chunk of his chin. I remember he cursed me out. Like, god damn, bro. Like, I felt so bad. Don't you just love it when people blame you for stuff? I don't agree that when... How do you guys feel about this? This is my personal take. Do you feel like if someone does something that's not on purpose, like something like they offended you, or like even like stuff like they hit you with their car, but like, you know, like not on purpose. What the heck is that? How do you feel about that? Like, I usually sit on the side that, I mean, there's cases and there's cases, but I usually sit on the side that is like, it's an accident, you know? Like, even when it happens to me, like my brother once, I thought I hated my brother. Me and my brother, we didn't get along growing up. Two guys, same house. We have to share a computer. We have to share the internet. We have to share all our toys. We have to share all our friends. We have to share everything. We just. Yeah, exactly, cyanide. But exactly, that's a good point. If they're on their phone, yeah, I'd definitely blame them as well. Yeah, 100%. But my brother, right? He and I never got along really well growing up. There's a lot of things to fight over. Nowadays, we have a better relationship for sure, but as kids, it was horrible. One day, I get a call from my dad. Hey. And you know when you get that call, I don't know if you've ever experienced that, and you just know in your gut, because that person never calls you at that time. It's like the middle of the day, my dad is at work. He's never called me at that time. And you know when you see the number, you see and you're like, something happened. That's that deep feeling I got. And I know people get to... Hey. Your brother just got hit by a car. And at this time, this is a time where me and my brother were not in great terms. He was living, at the time, I think he just turned 19 or something like that. He was living with his girlfriend. He left our house like very, you know, he's one of those guys. I'm gonna go out and do my thing. You know, I'm a free man, man. You know, he's one of those. And I was like, okay, well, good luck. So he went to live with, at the time he was living with his girlfriend. And Dad says he got hit. You know what I did, man? Friggin' I started crying. I thought I hated this dude. Literally, like right there, I started crying. Like, it wasn't even something I consciously did. It just happened. It was just like waterworks straight up. I didn't even say a word to my dad. He says, I'm coming to pick you up now. We're gonna go to the hospital. He didn't tell me if he got hurt. Swear to God. He didn't tell me if he got hurt. Didn't tell me how bad. I didn't ask. I said, where is he? Where is he? Oh, they just took him to the hospital. I said, okay. We went to the hospital. My dad picks me up. I'm still bawling, dude. I'm not even ugly crying. It's funny because it wasn't like, you know, when you're crying, you're like, it wasn't like that. It was just like tears coming down, and I'm just like stoic. I'm just sitting there like a totem pole. I'm just freaking RoboCop. And and then just my eyes can't stop crying, dude. So it was weird. And I didn't realize how much I loved my brother until that happened. I didn't know it existed in me. Because all my life I was like, screw this guy. He always screws me over, always takes my crap. You know? And that day I realized we get to the hospital, right? He's sitting there in the gurney. His one leg is up, the other's not. Okay. Oh, he got hit in the leg. Minor fracture. Nothing big. I literally just went. Pfft. So he didn't get hurt bad. I mean, he hurt his leg a little bit. Nothing serious. But the reason I'm telling that story is that I thought it was a big lesson for me to learn that I don't. And Carl Jung talked about this. He's a psychologist, a great thinker of our world. Which is things that exist in you that you don't know they exist. And I say this in this stream a lot, like, just because you think of something or you think that you know something, I always say this, always doubt your mind, because your mind can lie to you sometimes. I was dead sure I hated this dude. I was certain I didn't like this dude. Put a gun to my head, I was certain I didn't like this dude. Then how come when he gets hit, I'm crying like a baby and I wish he'd never got hit, and I'm just wishing the whole time, I'm just wishing he's okay. Marvelous thing, the human brain, you know? I understood that day I understood that there are crevices and wrinkles in my brain. There's some gray matter there that I'll never be able to access until something brings it up. Some circumstance, some word, some friend, some action, sometimes even some drug, which I don't take, so that's unlikely. But for those who do, interesting thing. It's very true. The dark side of the mind is the mind is composed, some theorize, the mind is composed of your conscious brain, your subconscious brain, and the part of your brain, what do you call it? The unconscious brain. Conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. So the love that I had for my brother, or the care that I had for my brother, was literally living in the unconscious brain, or the unconscious part of my mind, which is the part that I didn't know existed, because I'm unconscious to it, right? You know? There's a snake behind your foot and it's gonna bite you and you don't know. You're unconscious to it. You don't know that snake's gonna bite you. You're none the wiser to that. You know what I mean? You're going to a restaurant and eat some food, you don't know if the dude spat on that food or not. You're unaware of that. It's unconscious. That's a darn example right there. You can tell my brain works very well. But yeah, so sometimes, I always tell people in that regard that don't always believe what you think. There's things about you that you yourself don't know until you get put in the situation. And I'm living proof of that because it happened to me. You know? And I've seen it happen to other people as well. Let's see, what do we have here? We've not been doing well with the game, but we've been running our mouths pretty well. At least half the job is done. A Torkoal? Did I do a Torkoal? Why not? Potato. A Torkoal is blue, I think. Torkoal. Shiny. I forgot to type shiny. It is not blue. It is a lighter well, it's more of a yellow. Very noticeable. Very noticeable. Alright, we'll do a Torkoal. I mean, you know. Torkoal is yellow. Yeah, it's yellowish, yes. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a pilot. I remember watching some show, and they were like, pilots are this, pilots do that, pilots this, pilots that. I'm like, okay, I want to be a pilot. For the longest time, I wanted to be a pilot. One day, we went on a trip. And I got in a plane. And I didn't want to be a pilot anymore. That's how that went. I don't know. I very much dislike planes. For one with a friend today, I said there were 300 Torkoal checks for shiny. She didn't get it, huh? Then I wanted to be a drummer when I was very young as well. Then I played the drum set at the age of 6. Never forget this. I played the drum set for the first time in my life at the age of 6. My dad was in a band. He would get together with his band and play. They have like, they'd have their rehearsals and stuff. We'd just sit there and watch because we liked watching. Sometimes we'd go with him. And they would take like a little break, like 10-minute, 15-minute break. And then I'd go to the drum set. And I sit there like pouting right next to the throne. I was just like sitting there pouting like, can I please go play the drum set, sure? Can I please play the drum set, sure? Do you mind if I play the drums? Can I play the drums, sure? Can I please? And it's not like he said no, but the problem is I'd make a lot of noise because I didn't know what I was doing. So most of the time they're like, well, if you play the drums, nobody can hear anything in here. Like, you're just loud. So I couldn't play it all the time, but I'd do everything I can to play it. Rally driver? I love rally until I started driving. What? You drive. I suspect you'll put it back again. I love rally. I've been to a rally event. I've been to 3 rally events. 2? 3? I helped organize. Not organize, but I was the time guy once for a rally thing. Well, my sister was. I helped her. I don't want to lie. Her boss was, my sister's boss was a famous rally driver. He did rally. So when I was young, I wanted to be a drummer, and then I played the drum set, and then I really wanted to be a drummer. I fell in love. I love the drums. To this day, is my favorite instrument. I love it. No, I'm not super good at it. No, I'm not a crazy drummer. Nothing like that. No, I'm not famous. But I do enjoy it. That's all I care about, you know? Like, I really, really, really enjoy it. Racing cars really... Oh, yeah. Just the brackets. Those brackets that you put in the back. Just that is like $600 or something like that. To be a rally driver until I started to learn to drive, and I realized I didn't like driving. I love driving. I've gotten in a few accidents. I've gotten in 1 accident in my whole life. 2. It was 2 accidents. The first one was very minor. It was a light tap. Very, very light tap. Literally just did a little scratch. The other one I got was I was doing 60 on the freeway. And I swerved over and I hit a dude. Because someone was coming down the ramp. and they didn't see me. I tried to swerve over to the middle lane to not hit them. There's a very short ramp. Like, this is not the kind of ramp that you have time to accelerate or time to look over your shoulder. This is like ramp freeway. Ramp freeway, that's all it is. There's no in between. It's like you got in, you gotta get in. So I was like, okay. And my thought, I should have slowed down or something. I don't know. Like, at the time, it happened so fast. I was like, okay. So my first instinct was like, look over your shoulder, which I did. I didn't see anyone, but I failed to see that there was a guy in the middle lane, but he was like sitting northwest of me, so like to my diagonal. But I looked back, but I didn't look forward. So when I swerved, I hit the back of his tire, and he spun out, I spun out. Nobody got hurt, but at the speeds that we were going, it's crazy that nobody got hurt. Yeah, people were a little like dazed because we like spun out, but yeah, accidents are horrible. Yeah, where I live, I hear a lot of accidents, and it happens. There's a street near my house that you can see. There's a crossing, and there's a lot of accidents that happen there because the way it's structured, the street itself, and the signs, they're questionable at best. Sometimes people get confused, so a lot of accidents happen there. Every now and then, I've been live and I'm sitting here and you hear boom, and then you hear tire skins, and then glass shatter. Yeah, I've heard it quite a few times. Watch it happen right now. God forbid. Sometimes we have people come over and knock on the door and they're like, did your camera get the accident? And what kind of car do you drive, Carissy? You said you wanted to be a rally driver? What kind of car did you like? You don't have to tell me what you drive, but like, what kind of cars did you like? Or if you still like them, I don't know. You might not like driving, but you still can like cars, right? I love cars. I'm a big fan of cars. I miss my old 80s car because of no ABS, so I could screech my tires on command, locking my brakes. Yeah, I know. I used to have I had an old Honda Civic. What was it? CRX. I think it was a CRX. What was it? It's an old 90. It was from 90 or 91. That thing, it was a 2 carburetor car. So you know, before injection, that was the stuff. Like, this car came with a friggin' it came with the grill and the it's like all kitted out. I got it off a guy that had it parked in one of his fields. Rich guy. I was working for him at the time, and he was like, "You do this work for me, I'll give you that car." I was like, "Done." So I just got the car. I mean, the tires were down. I was sitting on a field, like the tires were down. Like it's not. It wasn't like even starting or anything. So I put fuel on it. Me and my friend worked on it for a while. We got it to run. Ended up selling it because it's just not. There's a bunch of parts that I had to buy at the time. I was like 19 or something like that. I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. I drive a WRX and I wish I could afford to do stuff to it. Do you truly? Yeah, right now I just drive a Corolla, but I've had interesting cars. Honda, I really like Hondas, but I'm a big fan of Hondas. I'm a big fan of the Japanese brands, Subaru, Honda, Mitsubishi, freaking Nissan. There's just so many. Toyota. Yeah, I was always a fan of the Japanese cars. I was never big on the big American brands. Nothing particular, not that I wouldn't get it, but I was never a big Chevy fan, or, you know, never a big GMC guy. My cousin had a Saturn, one of those old. I would get one if it was affordable and everything. I mean, but I'd like to have the Honda Type R. God damn, I want a Type R. Those babies go for quite a bit of money. It's not like egregious amount of money, but it's a little bit. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with the Type Rs. Like I said, I'm a fan of Honda. I don't know why. Sue me. I just like those cars. The Mitsubishi Lancer. Oh heck yeah. You ever heard of a car named the Toyota Celica? The Toyota Celica was and the Subaru Impreza. It was a really famous rallying cars. Gracie might have heard of it. I used to like really yeah, there you go. Suzuki as well, yeah. If I could afford to do stuff to it, right? I currently drive a 2011 Suzuki Splash. Oh, Suzuki Splash. I remember once seeing a dude driving a Smart for 4. You ever heard of a Smart for 4? It's like literally Smart 4. So 4 with no U and then 4 the number, like spelled out. So Smart 4. It's literally a matchbox you could fit 4 people in if they're on a diet. I like the Mini Coopers, dude. The Mini Cooper, Volkswagen. I like German cars too. I think Mercedes are cool. Volkswagens are cool. Yeah, I'm more of a foreign car guy, to be honest. I know. The Lancia Delta, that's another, yeah, that's another rally car right there. Those cars, the Lancia Delta, is that the hatchback one, or is that the one that... Yeah, it is the hatchback one. Pretty sure it is. A very square car, if I remember correctly. I might be thinking of the wrong one. The Celica would be good if they super them up more. I remember my old Honda CRT. Yeah, it's a hatch. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like the Cogsworth. Yeah, I was playing Gran Turismo just not too long ago. The old 70s Lancias look a lot more cool. I agree. Yeah, there's my favorite car, like my favorite looking car in terms of looks, you're gonna laugh your butt off. Perhaps you can look this up, the 2016 touring trim for the Honda Civic Coupe. So Honda Civic Coupe 2016 touring trim. That's like my in blue, like royal blue. That's like my all-time best looking car I've ever seen in my life. Coupe, not the 5-door. The 5-door, man, that thing looks like a spaceship. The coupe. I don't like 5-door cars. 4-door cars, excuse me. Well, 5 doors got the trunk, but we could say technically it's 5 doors, yeah. We'll say 5. Yeah, I don't like the sedans very much. I love coupes. Big fan. This is how you feel about your BRZ? It looked good, but had no guts. Do you kit your cars out at all, Trilly? You tuning? The Peugeot 206, yeah, it was an incredible car. The 106 is my favorite one. Peugeot 106 is... Dude, the 106 GTI. That's like one of the most beautiful cars I've ever seen. The 106 Carisi, you're killing me. The 206, they have the round hatchback, right? Way rounder. They're more sedan like. They're a lot rounder. The GTI has a hatchback rounded out, but it's not like, it's not freaking large. It's compact. It's more like a coupe. It is a coupe. Yeah. These are European brands. The Peugeot is a French brand, I believe. Then you have Citroën. That's a Spanish brand, I believe. Then you have English brands, of course. Chrysler. Chrysler is... What? I'm brain fogging here. Alfa Romeo, Fiat. Is it American? Is it? It's Netherlands. The headquarters is in Netherlands, it says. I actually don't know. That's funny. I didn't know that. Citroën is French, I'm pretty sure. I think Citroën is either French or Spanish, yeah. Citroën is French, okay. I love Chryslers are beautiful cars. Alfa Romeos are beautiful cars. Rolls Royce, of course, those. I've not seen a Rolls Royce. Like, if you go in the interior, like, beautiful. 100% like leather, everything, the stitching, beautiful. Like, amazing. The interior is beautiful. But the outside of Rolls Royce, they're usually bulky cars. I'm a fan of like smaller cars. Like I said, even like, I'm a big fan of coupes. Like, the less space the car takes on the street, the better. Like, not to the point of like tiny, of course, but like modest, right? AMC Jeep was French, as Lee Lacoa bought them, brought them back to him. Oh, okay. And after the mid-2000s stuff and the sellout, and now they're Italian and ripped cheap. There you go. Chrysler has such a wild story. You could share it with me. I mean, I'm gonna look it up after, but they own Lamborghini at some point. I know Ferrari is Italian. Or I know that. And that's a Bulbasaur. I thought it was like a. I thought it was a bush. I thought that thing was a bush. I guess it does look like a bush to some degree. Yeah. One of the models of a Lambo just has like stock sedan headlights. That'd be wild. I'd like to see that. Yeah. My cousin is funny because my cousin's always, he's like the dirt road truck, southern friggin' get me a truck. Get his Ford F-150, and I'm like, I'm the opposite. Like, give me these foreign supercars. Saab is Swedish, is it? Volvo? Volvo is from Sweden, and Skoda is Skoda. I had a friend that had a Skoda Fabia. That car, I didn't like that car very much. Even the interior, I don't know. Skodas are interesting cars, though. You ever heard of an Opel? In England, is not known as Opel, but in the rest of in England, it is known as. It's a different name. It's a Vauxhall. Okay, so in England it's known as a Vauxhall, but in the rest of Europe it's known as an Opel. That's Opel. You ever heard of that, Samina? I mean, not Samina, Carisi. You like amphibious cars? Like cars that go in the water? The amphicar, it goes in the water. I've never. Who's working on this? Elon? Never heard of it. An amphibian car? Never heard of it. I've heard of cars that have their exhaust over the windshield that you can go in the water with, but oh shoot. Jeeps, not cars, but like more. You've heard of that brand? Yeah. It has been out forever. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's been out forever. They're very common in Europe. Extremely common in Europe. You don't really see a lot of American cars in Europe. When I was in Europe, I didn't see a single Chevrolet, not a single. There's Fords out there. Ford is out there, like, very good. Like Chevys, not at all. GMCs, not at all. You see a lot of European cars, though, of course. Well, makes sense. No wonder the government has had to bail them so much. Poor guys. I don't know. I'm saying poor guys. I don't know. Maybe there's a history there. I'm not sure. I know that the government has had to bail out Chevrolet for quite a few times, and GMC was the same thing, but it has yes, it does have Ford specific. It has European specific models. Yes, it does. The Ford Focus is used there quite a bit. Ford Fiesta is used out there quite a bit as well. The Mustang. Ford Motors. There was I saw a lot of Ford Rangers in Thailand? Really? Ford Rangers in Thailand. Ranger Raptors? Yeah, I'm familiar with the car, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, Ford went global. Chevy didn't go global very much. It was interesting. There was a guy that had a... There was a guy, I remember, he had a Rolls Royce, which were very uncommon there. But he had one. He imported it from the US. Had a Rolls Royce, I remember. Like, he was the talk of the town. How much did you pay for Invisible Boat Mobile? How much would I pay for invisible technology? Dang, as much as I could afford, to be honest with you. That would be great. It's not like it exists. I don't think it exists. I mean, camouflage exists, but like straight up like invisible stealth in the air. I mean, I guess you could do that with like refracting panels on an airplane. Dang, I can't words. I'm sure you could do it. I mean, I don't know if that technology even exists. I'm sure it does. Holden is GNC in Australia. I didn't know that. GMC is global through buyouts and renames. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that. I've never been to Australia. I've been to Europe a lot. Invisible Boatmobile from SpongeBob. I don't watch SpongeBob. Never liked it. I think the character's annoying. Never watched it. The first episode of SpongeBob I saw as a kid, I was like, as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, nah, man, I got a squeaky toy already, thank you. Chevy issues in the global market in the 900 subsidiary names. Is that how they do it? Okay. Yeah, I never knew that. The Ford Ranger was a top-selling vehicle in New Zealand. For 10 years, the Toyota RAV4 has recently surpassed it. What leaves? You know I don't like SpongeBob. Come on, I never liked it. I just don't like that. I don't like it. I find it annoying. I loved the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I loved friggin'... I even liked Cow and Chicken. Most people didn't like that. I loved Hey Arnold was one of my favorites. Dang, there's so many shows. I even watched the Powerpuff Girls. The Powerpuff Girls fighting crime, trying to save the world. And just in time. The Powerpuff Girls. Bum-ba-da-da-da. Oh, look at you, sir. What might your name be? Non-shiny, I see. Yeah, Codename Kids Next Door. That was a pretty good show, too. Dexter's Laboratory. That was sick. In Dexter's Laboratory. I was always reading for Dee Dee. I was always rooting for her. Stop this now, Dee Dee. GMC competes with itself in its own market niches, right? With Buick, Cadillac, and Plymouth. Chevy, GMC, proper Oldsmobile, right? And a bunch more they've pared down in recent years. I'm fairly sure GMC owns or owned Saab at some point as well. Very likely, to be honest. I don't. I would believe that for sure. What's that movie I watched on the... it was a movie about the history of Ford and the Shelby. Gosh, I watched it a while ago. I shouldn't have brought it up because I don't remember half of it, but... it was with Matt Damon, right? With Matt Damon, like how Ford grew and all that, like the story. I think because SpongeBob came out when I was an adult, the subtle adult humor always made me laugh. Yeah, I was a kid. First time I seen SpongeBob, I was friggin' 5. I don't know. I remember knowing the character my whole life. You know what I'm talking about? There's a movie about it. The Shelby Cobra. What's your favorite car, Moms? What's everybody's favorite car, by the way? What's like your dream car? Like for me, it's not like I feel like most people are gonna be like a McLaren or Ferrari, a Maserati, friggin' Bugatti, the Veyron, Spider. Like for me, it's like I'm sitting here like with my Honda Civic, my Honda Civic. It goes like 10 seconds to 60. I love the International Scouts. The International Scouts? Thanks for making me feel old, Frosty. Wait a minute, you did that to yourself. I don't know. I don't think you're old at all. I think you're young. You're a spring chicken. You're like a spring chicken, Jen. Plus you got that good DNA too. So you good, you set for life. You got the good genetics too. You're set. Got that native blood, man. I wish. Were you talking about the Ford vs Ferrari? Oh, was it Ford vs Ferrari? Yeah, it's the one with Matt Damon. I know that doesn't help a lot. He's in a lot of movies, but you know what I mean. Because he gets in the car. Like the guy comes over, and he gets him in the car and takes him for a lap. The guy's freaking out, and he locks the other guy in the office. My brother has a Corvette. Oh yeah, that's right. Your brother. I remember that. You showed us pictures, the blue one, right? A Yaris? Yaris are great cars. Toyota Yaris's are... Those are like... They're family cars. They're... So many people have Yaris's. The splash needs to be replaced soon. You're going for that Yaris? Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. You remember that movie? Yeah, I call it Smurf Blue. Yeah, I remember seeing it. You put a picture on the Discord. I remember that. My only two most favorite cars I really want is a Corvette and a Shelby Cobra. Dang. I watch the Formula 1 races, the Le Mans, when I can catch them. I don't watch Formula 1. Not really. I don't like NASCAR either. It's not, I don't know. I know people criticize it, but I mean, I like to know what's under the hood and learn about the cars and all that. Like, fine, I'd love that. But like, as far as watching them race, it's not very interesting for me. I much prefer rally and drag racing. It's pretty cool. Drifting is pretty cool. But those are like non-official sports, right? Like drifting, there's not like an official like drifting competition, is there? Is it Tokyo Drift up here? I don't think there is. We named it Lola. Nevi told me Lola is a grandma in... Is it in Filipino? So I immediately... Formula 1 and NASCAR are boring. Yeah, I kind of... Drag racing, yes. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Gets hit by a train. Different kind of... Oh... I think I'm picking up what you're dropping. NASCAR, are you saying NASCAR, it's not NASCAR big in the USA? Or are you saying NASCAR is big in the USA or not big in the USA? I think NASCAR is pretty famous here. I think so. I feel like that would be more of a South thing, but I don't even know. I could be talking out of my butt here. NASCAR is big here. Drifting though. Yeah, drifting. Drifting is cool. Yeah, but there's not like NASCAR is like, yes, yeah, NASCAR is big, right? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of NASCAR my whole life, yeah. There was a game I used to play, it's called Daytona. You ever heard of a game back in the... I think I had it for the Sega Saturn. It was, boy, Daytona Racing. You ever heard of that? I think it was called Daytona Racing. I also used to play Colin McRae Rally. I used to play Need for Speed. I remember when Dirt came out. You guys remember that? I think it was Need for Speed Dirt. I remember that game. Need for Speed Underground too. Dun, 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 dun. There's a New Zealander competing in NASCAR. Carissy, can you tell me something since you're here? What is New Zealand famous for? Like, what would you say is like a stereotypical New Zealand thing? I'm curious. Drifting isn't comparable over here. But has large events. Does it have large events? But yeah, but NASCAR is like a whole. Yeah, NASCAR is like National Association for Speed, whatever, and it's like it's a big thing. Formula Drift has been going fairly strong the last 20-ish years now, though. Yeah. I like the what do you call is it MotoGP or whatever it is with the bikes? The motorcycle one. That's pretty big too. The dudes with the friggin' suits and bunny jumping was created a New Zealander by bunny jumping, huh? Motocross. Well, there's motocross and then there's motocross. That's like a isn't motocross like it's like Excite Bike in the dirt road and they go up and down and up and down. My cousin's a big fan of that. I watched that with him quite a few times. One of my brother's friends went pro out of middle school. Oh yeah, for what? For motocross? Bungee jumping? Not bunny jumping. Oh. I'm gonna be honest with you, Gracie. When you said bunny jumping, I was thinking to myself, I don't know exactly what that is, but I guess it's some kind of game or something. But bungee jumping makes a lot more sense now. I was thinking to myself the whole time, I'm not gonna ask because I'm gonna sound like an idiot. What the heck is bunny jumping? I was thinking the whole time. Bungee jumping, yeah? Bungee jumping, there's something I'd never do. Catch me dead doing that. Alright, this Torkoal is not coming to the forefront here. Gonna leave him be. Whoops! What? That thing's nowhere near me. Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet. Alright, that's a good time there. I won't go bungee jumping ever. I will, however, go visit Eucharisty, and while I am there, I want to see Hobbit Town. Ah, Lord of the Rings, the fields of New Zealand. You want to see where Aragorn took a dump in the middle of the greens. I want to see where Aragorn peed. Ziplining? Never done that either. So I've never really done it. Most extreme sport I've done is go on a roller coaster. Kind of the same thing. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. Junkie is quite the opposite. quite tame and chill. Mount Doom. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it here, guys. I gotta go use the restroom, stretch my legs and all. I've been going for 3 hours, 3 and a little bit. It's a good time. We found a shiny, so I'm happy. Let's go find someone to raid, shall we? I don't know if Savage wants to hang out with me after stream and Moms, or if you guys want to hang out, we can hang out for a little bit. If not, that's fine. It has great skiing? Really? Yeah, I'll be there. Okay. I just have to go use the bathroom and I gotta move my legs. I'm starting to feel like I'm not moving. Okay. Let's see who's live really quick. I appreciate everyone that is here. Hey, if you guys like the stream and you had a good time here, usually we would just have conversations, chill. Sometimes I'm doing speed runs, I can't talk as much, but I still do my best. But pretty chill channel. If you want to drop a like and subscribe, you know, it's completely up to you. It would mean the world. It would help a lot, and perhaps you can bless my life. So it'd definitely be really good if you could do that. Completely up to you though. Leave it in your hands. We can go raid Mr. Porkchop because I don't see anyone else. Mr. Porkchop, he's a good guy. Fantastic guy. Yeah, because I don't see anyone else, so it's gonna have to do it. Oh, there's a melee tournament that happened. Interesting. I gotta look at that. Melee. Smash Brothers Melee tournament. Yeah, I guess we're gonna do Mr. Porkchop. I don't see anyone else. No, never wondered that. Thank you, sir. Alright, here is the link for Monsieur Porkchop. Monsieur the Porkchoppy. Alright, he's a pretty chill dude, pretty cool. Very respectful, very well-mannered, well-spoken. You guys are gonna love him. Yeah, that's it for me. Stay frosty, be good, do good things will happen, and that's what we hope, right? And I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more streaming fun. All right, I'll see you then. Take care, guys. Bye.